You ready to go back to school?
No. No more teachers. But more books. Hi BookTube, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Rebecca, and today we're doing the Back to School 2.0.
No, 2.0. Not the OG Back to School.
Sorry.
This is 2.0. This tag is by My Novel Treasures, and we were tagged by Charisse Audrey. Alright, so back to school. Question number 1. Are you pencils ready? You don't have a pencil, that's okay. Oh no, you're not prepared for class.
Oh God, my number 2 pencil.
Question number 1, back to school shopping. Who would you bring with you?
Oh my God, I didn't write anyone for this.
Jesus.
We're so fucking unprepared.
We're not prepared for going back to school.
Who do we want to go shopping with? I
know, this isn't just like school, but like anyone
back to school shopping.
Someone like really rich. Because maybe they just buy your shit for you. You know, school books get expensive.
Who would buy our school books for us?
What about like the guy from 50 Shades of Grey? If we were just like...
We'd have to do some stuff in order to get our school books.
No, just say we did. Just sign a contract.
I was thinking Mr. Darcy. I feel like Mr. Darcy would buy my school books for me.
He probably would.
Then I could touch his butt.
Yeah.
And pretend it was an accident. So sorry, Mr. Darcy. So firm. We want to go back to school shopping with Mr. Darcy.
Yeah. Oh, you take us both shopping. And we'll be like, oh, Mr. Darcy, I just need some extra books.
Do you like these pencils, Mr. Darcy? He turns us British.
Yeah, you know, gotta be British. He'd probably think we were like very crass and American if we didn't do British.
That's true. We are pretty crass and American, though.
Question number 2. What character would you choose as a study buddy? I'm gonna straight up say Draco Malfoy. I've seen like fan fiction where people are like, he's a really good student and he doesn't show it, but he loves to study. I don't know if I believe that.
You want to study with fan fiction Draco Malfoy, I think is where you're at. Yeah.
Well,
who wouldn't?
Yeah, I mean, him in the books is like...
It wasn't done well. No redemption.
He's an asshole.
I picked Jane from My Lady Jane, which is kind of like a fun fantasy retelling about Jane Grey.
My study buddy Jane.
My study buddy Jane. She's all bookish and just fun and adorable. And I would totally study with Jane.
Question number 3. Pay attention, class. You decide to try out for school sports. I have to. Alright. What sport and who with? So I was thinking, like, what sport do I, like, not have to run around?
Did you say bowling?
I said golf.
Oh! That's the most Connecticut fucking answer.
But I actually did golf in gym class in high school.
Yeah, that is weird.
That's super Connecticut.
In New Jersey, we did not golf in gym class.
Did anyone else, like, in gym class learn how to play golf?
Please tell us in the comments if you played golf in gym class.
Because I did.
Or if that is just, like, a yuppie white people Connecticut thing.
It's so yuppie now.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't, at the time, I was like, what is this? And I did, like, I was, like, joking around. I did, like, a Three Stooges bit while I was playing golf.
I wish I knew high school you.
That was pretty fantastic. I used to take a fake pipe. It was actually a real pipe, but I put bubbles in it. And the teacher would like yell at me and be like, "Why do you have a pipe in school?" And then I would just blow bubbles out of the
Who are you golfing with?
I said Fred and George.
They would make golf so fun.
Like, I just want to do something that's not really physically active with someone who will just fuck off as much as I will.
I don't sports. Like, I don't.
Me neither.
I'm not a sports person. But I've decided that eSports is now recognized as a sport.
So you're going to play video games?
I'm going to play League of Legends because that is legally recognized as a sport now. And I'm going to play it with the 3 main characters from Queens of Geek. Charlie, Jamie, and Taylor. They're like, that whole book is just like the 3 of them are at a con together and they're like these giant nerds and they're so fucking cute. I would play some League of Legends with them.
If anyone else here who watches our videos plays League of Legends, like, we're all about it.
We like to get really drunk and play poorly.
Yeah.
Like, beyond
kind of
poorly.
like our YouTube channel. We like to get really drunk and make poor YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Question whatever.
4. You
walk into the cafeteria. Who do you want to sit with?
I was pretty shy in high school.
Yeah.
I wanted to sit with Simon's crew from Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda. Okay. They're kind of like the AP students, but they seem like kind of dorky, and they're all like very friendly, and I feel like they would just welcome my awkwardness a lot. I wasn't that smart, but it's okay. I think they'll forgive me.
I took one AP class, and I failed it. It was the only class I ever failed.
What AP class was it?
French.
Oh my goodness, AP French?
Yeah. What book do you write an A+ book report on for English class?
I said We Have Always Lived in the Castle, which I just read with the restricted section. It's a very short book, and I think there's a lot of meaning in it about kind of like isolation and loneliness, and I definitely could have connected with that in high school.
You could write like a good like report on the meaning behind the book. It was the first Margaret Atwood book I ever read. And it was called The Robber Bride. I read it in like sophomore year or something like that. We had to do this whole section about authors. And I was like the only one who had anything interesting to say. I was like, did you know that she has like 30+ honorary degrees? And I had all these stupid fun facts about Margaret Atwood. And you had to talk about it in a group. You had to write notes on what other people said. And people just wrote notes like, she knows a lot about the author.
She knows too much about Margaret Atwood.
Simmer down.
Why do I know all this about Margaret Atwood now?
Do I care? I'm never going to read one of her books. Next question. You're in PE class.
Ugh. That was my worst period.
Yeah, it was. Like, yeah, it was bad. Who is your first pick in Dodgeball?
I picked Kate from this Savage song. She like kills demons and like monsters and shit, and I feel like she'd be dodging those balls.
Oh, yeah.
She'd be dodging the balls left and right.
Yeah.
I was actually the one thing I was good at in gym class was dodgeball.
Really?
I was very tiny, especially in elementary school. I was like this
tall.
I was like this weird little person, and I just like no one could hit me.
I was just shuffle out of the way. That'd be great. I was giant. I was as tall as I am now.
So crazy.
Which about 5'7". So to my first pick in Dodgeball, I picked Inej from Six of Crows. She's light on her feet, and she's murdering people. And she's really like, whoo.
We both like murderers for our dodgeball team.
They could just murder the opposition in our dodgeball game. So I think she would do pretty well. You're in science class. Who do you pick as your lab partner?
I picked Kizzy from The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet.
Okay.
I love that book. It's so cute. It's just like a ragtag group of people on a spaceship together. And Kizzy is one of the engineers, and she's like really good at explaining things so that people who are not as smart
science
kids, she can explain it to them. And she's just such a sweetheart, and I want to Kizzy it up with her. I want to Kizzy up. And then give her a kizzy.
So I didn't have like a good answer for this, so I just put Edward from Twilight.
You picked the guy who's went to high school a million times.
But like him and Bella met in science class. They were like in a science class together, so I had this image in my head of maybe like if we did a science project together, maybe he'd like me. But he didn't seem like a very interesting character, so that might just be really boring.
He does not seem like your type.
Yeah, no. He's cute though.
You'd like get to break up with Edward Cullen though.
That'd be great.
Yeah, like he'd be really into you, and then you'd be like, listen,
and he'd be
buddy.
so heartbroken. He's such I feel like he'd internalize it really hard. He'd be like, but she was so good at science.
She blew bubbles out of pipes.
Question number 8. You're producing a school production of Romeo and Juliet. Who do you cast as the leads?
The couple from Illuminae, Katie and Ezra, I'm pretty sure. They're so adorable. Like, I love that book. The whole book, like, they're basically apart the whole book. They're on, like, these 2 separate spaceships. Oh. And they were together, but they broke up, and, like, their home planet got kind of destroyed, and they evacuated and ended up in 2 different spaceships. But, like, a lot of their relationship is through, like, messaging and emails as they, like, kind of apologize to each other and fall in love again. And they're adorable, and they're so funny. They would make rehearsals really fun. Harry Potter cast Romeo and Juliet. I love
Juliet would be Lavender Brown. A Romeo? I guess, like, a young Sirius Black.
That's so good.
Which is now weird in my head thinking about that with Lavender Brown. That wouldn't be a combo.
No, that would be gross. That would be gross.
Creepy, very creepy. Well, that was the Back to School 2.0.
We're not going back to school, though. That's just a nightmare. Stay in school, kids.
Stay in school. It's fantastic and worth it, but when you're done...
Be done.
Bye, BookTube.